Describe an old friend you had lost. You should say who he is, how you became friends, what happened to your friendship, and explain how you felt about losing this friend.
Well, I'd like to talk about my old friend Rahim, whom I first met when I was about 14 years old, during my first year in high school. We were in the same class, and coincidentally, our roll numbers were next to each other, so we often ended up sitting side by side. From the very first day, I noticed that Rahim was extremely friendly and had a great sense of humor. He was the kind of person who could make anyone laugh, even on the most stressful exam days. We became close very quickly because we shared many common interests. We both loved playing cricket after school, reading mystery novels, and even had the same favorite TV series. I remember spending countless afternoons at the local playground with him, competing in cricket matches, and then going to a small tea stall nearby to chat for hours. Our friendship felt effortless, like we had known each other for years. However, after we graduated from high school, life took us in different directions. Rahim got admitted to a university in another city, while I stayed back in our hometown. In the beginning, we promised to keep in touch, and for a few months, we actually did, calling each other, texting, and sharing updates. But as time went on, both of us got busier with studies and new friends, and our conversations became less frequent. Eventually, we stopped communicating altogether. Losing contact with Rahim left me with a bittersweet feeling. On one hand, I felt genuinely sad because he was more than just a friend. He was someone I trusted, someone who truly understood me. On the other hand, I realized that life changes, and sometimes even the closest relationships drift apart without any particular reason. Still, whenever I think of Rahim, I smile because the memories we created together will always remain a precious part of my life.
Why do some friendships fade over time?
I think friendships often fade because people's circumstances change. For example, moving to a new city, starting a new job, or having different priorities can reduce the time they spend together. Without regular communication, even close friends can slowly drift apart.
Do you think it's easy to reconnect with an old friend?
It depends on the person and the situation. If both people still value the friendship and are willing to put in effort, it can feel like no time has passed. But sometimes life experiences change people so much that it's harder to find common ground again.
How does social media platforms affect old friendships?
Social media can make it easier to stay connected because you can follow each other's lives and send quick messages. However, it can also give a false sense of closeness, where you feel like you're in touch, but you're not actually having deep conversations.
Do you think losing friends is a normal part of life?
Yes, I believe it's completely normal. As we grow, our interests, responsibilities, and values change. Some friendships survive these changes, but others naturally fade. It's just part of personal growth and life's journey.
Is it better to have many friends or just a few close ones?
Personally, I prefer having a few close friends because the connection is deeper and more meaningful. Having too many friends might mean you can't give enough time to maintain each relationship properly.
Why do people sometimes regret losing contact with old friends?
People often regret it because those friends may have shared important life moments with them. Losing contact can feel like losing a part of your personal history, and it's natural to miss the comfort of that shared bond.
How can people maintain long-distance friendships?
I think consistent communication is the key. Using video calls, messages, or even sending small gifts can help. Also, making an effort to visit when possible can keep the friendship alive despite the distance.
Do you think childhood friendships are stronger than adult friendships?
In some cases, yes. Childhood friendships are often built over many years and involve shared memories from formative experiences. However, adult friendships can also be strong if they're based on trust, respect, and shared values.
How do cultural differences influence friendships?
Cultural differences can make friendships more interesting by introducing new perspectives and traditions. However, they can also cause misunderstandings if people aren't open-minded or willing to adapt to each other's ways.
Do you think schools should teach students how to maintain friendships?
I believe they could, especially in terms of communication and conflict resolution skills. Friendships are an important part of emotional well-being, and learning how to maintain them could help people build healthier relationships in the future.